Welcome back everyone to Tech Booth. Today we are looking at a lavalier mic kit from Saramonic called the UW Mic 9 that comes with one receiver and not one but two transmitters. In the box you get your receiver and you also get two cables. One is the 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter audio cable that you would use to connect to consumer type audio connections like your DSLR camera. You also get this more professional cable. In this case I got a Y cable because it has a stereo jack on one side and a left and right XLR output on the other side. You get two transmitters and you also get two of the lavalier microphones to go with the transmitters. On the side of the unit you'll find where to place your AA batteries, so you just pinch these two and you open it, and that's the tray for the batteries, and just slides in there until it clicks. Let's take a closer look at the transmitter here. You have your four buttons, your power, your set and plus and minus, and then your interface or display. Audio indicates the level of audio that's coming into the unit. Green means a good level of audio. It also acts as the infrared receiver transmitter. And then there's a power indicator, that means the unit is on, but also indicates that the battery is good when it's green. When it's red, it means the battery is low. The little mic shows you whether your transmitter is open or it's muted. This particular one shows you the level of power that the transmitter is sending out. And you have three levels: high, medium and low. This B indicates the group that the transmitter is working on and whether that group is on or not, and then you have your channel. And with this indication here, it says unlocked. That means the power button can be used to turn the unit on and off. You can lock this so that the unit is not switched off accidentally when this is pressed, and you can set that in the menu. So now let's just look at individual buttons and see what they do. This is your power button. You long press it to switch the unit off. You long press it to switch the unit on. A short press on the power button, you see that starts flashing red and the mic is cancelled on the unit. That means it's now muted. Short press it again and you unmute. You use the set button to activate menus and to accept menus and to escape from menus. But to be able to get into the menu system, you use the plus and the minus. From this home screen, for me to be able to enter into any menu to make changes, I need to use the plus and minus buttons. So if I hit plus, you see the display is changing through the different menus that I can, menu items that I can change. So let's look at one menu item just for you to see how this works. So now I'm on the backlight mode, and that controls this light that you see lighting the screen. If I want to change this, right now it's on, and what that means is that light will stay on and will not go off as long as the unit is on. You've just seen the unit go back to the home screen. After 20 seconds of no activity, the unit will go back to the home screen. So I have to go back. Let me go back to the backlight mode, and then to activate this menu I long press, and you can see the on is now highlighted, and now I can go through the different options. It can be off. So in this mode the light does not come on at all. I go to delay by 10 seconds, so the light will come on when you activate anything, any of these buttons, but will go off after 10 seconds, after 30 seconds, after 60 seconds, and then back to on. I'll just leave it on on. Now for me to accept this, or let me change it so you can see. If I go to delay by 10 seconds, for me to accept this 10 seconds, I will short press and the 10 seconds is accepted. So when I go through the menu and go back to backlight mode, you see 10 seconds. So after 10 seconds, this light should dim and go off. Let's say I've made a change. So here we are, a long press, I make a change to 30 seconds, and I don't want to accept this 30 seconds. I just want to exit and leave it the way it was. All you do is long press the set button and it will take you back to where you were. So this functionality is the same for both transmitters and for the receiver. These work the same way. So if we take a look at the receiver now, same thing, long press and the unit comes on and it goes to your home screen, and you can see the difference now with the home screen. It shows you the two transmitters that you have, A and B. It looks the same. You have the same 4 buttons. You have RF and IR. RF stands for the radio frequency, so this is indicating how well the signal is being received. Green is good. At the top here you have your A and B. That refers to the two transmitters. You have this Wi-Fi looking signal. When it's solid like this, it means it's receiving a signal from a transmitter. And when there are no bars, it means that particular transmitter is off or it's not communicating with the unit. So you need to check those. There are 2 ways to set your channels on your device. The first one is the manual method, where you just go into your menu and you look for the item, the channel, you long press, and then you can go through the different channels that are available and you choose the one that you want. So let's say I choose channel 1. I then short press to accept, and now my unit is using channel 1 and that frequency. The second way is the easiest, and you allow the unit to scan your area to look for the best frequencies, and you do that by simply going into the menu again. This time you look at the menu item auto scan, you long press to activate it and then short press to start the scanning. It will ask you if you want to use that channel, and I say yes, and so it goes and applies the channel and finishes the scanning. Once you've scanned your area for the best frequencies, you now want to match your receiver to your transmitter. Transmitter B is currently on channel 90 on this unit, but on the receiver we set it to channel 1. So you can see there's no signal coming through on that channel because they are not matched. So now what we want to do is to match them. So with both of them on, we go on the transmitter to the item match with RX. Now it's ready to match. We go also to the receiver and go to match with TX right there. So now they're both ready to be activated. We activate them at the same time, and now they are matching, and what I need to do is to put this close to the infrared, and it says sync is finished. When we go back to look at the two, you see now our transmitter is now set to channel 1, and that's the same as our receiver. So you do the same thing with your other unit if you're going to use 2 transmitters, and make sure you set them at different channels to avoid any interference between the 2. Now this is a really important setting that you need to be aware of, and it says the output mode. Now if you look at these bars, you can see they are basically showing the same levels. That means that for both microphones, whatever is coming into this receiver, the audio is getting mixed together into one channel, a mono channel. If you want to separate your signals so that one of your transmitters sends to the right channel and the other one to the left channel, then you need to go into this output mode and change that to stereo. So now in stereo mode, if you're using both transmitters, one of your transmitter will output to the left channel, the other will output to the right channel. So when you have these two, this might be your left channel and this could be your right channel. You could actually label them. Something else that you can do that involves the mute or power button is, remember, when you short press this, it mutes. So let's say you don't want this to function that way because you don't want people to mute themselves by mistake. What you need to do is go to this menu item, mute key settings, and then disable, and then accept. Now this cannot be used to mute the unit. You see this that says unlocked. One thing you can do on this unit is lock the power button so that it doesn't work while you are using it. That way the unit cannot be switched off accidentally. The default is unlocked, so you can use this to turn it on and off. But if you want to protect your unit from being turned off accidentally, let's navigate to where we find the locking, and it's right there, power key, unlocked. If I long press, then that's selected, and I can go up or down, and now it says locked. If I accept by short pressing this, it now says locked. If I go back to the home screen, you can see it now says locked, and when I press this, it is no longer functional, and you cannot use it to mute the mic. If you just want to be sure that you've given someone the mic and they're not going to switch it off by mistake, they're not going to mute it by mistake, then you need to lock it before you give it to them, and now this does not work. Mic sensitivity, this adjusts the level of sensitivity of your microphone. So if you have people who are speaking loudly or a source that is very loud, you need to reduce your mic sensitivity. If they are soft, then you need to increase it. But the thing about increasing mic sensitivity is that you also increase the noise. And that is it, the budget-friendly Saramonic UW Mic 9 lavalier kit. 1 receiver, 2 transmitters.